Hello and welcome back. This is Robin and you're watching English Fluency with Robin. Today we are going to English Grammar Part 24. This is Simple Present Tense Question and Answer Practice Part 2. We have already completed Part 1 of Simple Present Tense Question and Answer Practice last class. So if you have missed out on the previous classes, kindly check today's video description for English Grammar playlist link. You can click on that link to watch from Part 1. Otherwise, you can check the English Grammar playlist link from the channel homepage. Okay. Before I get started, I would like to remind you that I see this not only as a YouTube channel, I see this as a real classroom and you people as my real students. I'll be 100% committed in offering you quality training sessions and I'll be committed in clearing your doubts too. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask your doubts in the comment section. I'll be glad to clear your doubts and I'll try my best to reply to all the comments as well. Remember to give me a feedback as well after attending this training session. Let's get started. Last class we completed question answer practice of simple present tense. So I'll give a quick revision on that, then we will continue with this portion. Okay. So last class we learned how to give a answer, give a positive answer, give a negative answer and ask a question too. Okay. So when you talk about something that you do every day, you can use I plus the first form of verb. Just like if you have a habit of going to office every day, you can say I go to office every day. If you have a habit of drinking tea in the morning, you can say I drink tea in the morning. Got it? So whatever you do on a daily basis, whatever you do in a repetitive manner, that's your habit. That's what you do on a daily basis, right? Something that you repeat on a daily basis or a weekly basis. So that's how you frame a positive sentence, talking about something that you do on a daily basis or repetitive actions. How do you frame a negative sentence? You can say I don't. You can start with something with I don't. If you don't have a habit of doing something, just like you don't have a habit of drinking tea, you can say I don't drink tea. If you say I don't drink tea, means that you don't have a habit of drinking tea every day. Got it? I don't go to office on Sundays. Sunday is a holiday, you know that. Okay, so you can say I don't go to office on Sundays. That means you don't have a habit of going to office on Sundays. Sunday is usually a holiday. Okay. So some things that you don't do, you don't have a habit of doing, you can use the negative sentence I don't. I go, I don't go. And if you want to ask a question, that's what you can look here. Do you go? Here the question is written here. You can check it on the screen. I have highlighted it in light blue color. Do you go? Do you go to office every day? That means whether you have a habit of doing something in a repetitive manner. So we start a question with do you plus the first form of verb to ask someone about whether he has a habit of doing something or whether someone does something in a repetitive manner. Got it? So do you go to office every day? That's the question. So do you plus first form of verb. Here go is the first form of verb. You want to ask someone whether they have a habit of doing something every day or as a habit or as something which is done in a repetitive manner. Got it? So do you go? Do you come here? That means whether you come here on a daily basis. Okay. Do you drink tea? What is the meaning? You are asking someone whether someone has a habit of drinking tea every day. Got it? You cannot ask, are you drinking tea? That means something that you are doing right now. No, you don't need to use ing form here. You can use do you plus first form. Do you drink tea? What does that mean? You want to know whether your friend, someone else, has a habit of drinking tea every day. Do you plus first form. Now we will learn some additional questions here. We using all the you can look at the second one. Here the basic question is do you plus first form of verb. We can add when, which, why, all these questions in front of that. That is the easier way to learn it. Okay. Do you go means whether you have a habit of going to office every day. Do you go to office every single day? And when do you go? You want to know the time when someone goes to office every day. So do you go means whether you go to office every day. It's a habitual action or a repetitive action. And I want to know the time when he goes to office every day. I want to know when my friend goes to office every day. Remember, that is the important thing. Every day. He goes to office every day. Okay, I can ask, do you go to office every day? That is a question. But I want to know the time when he goes to office every day. Every day he has a specific time to go to office. I want to know the time. So how do you ask? Do you go is the basic format. Do you plus first form. You can put when before that. Got it? This is do you go. You can just put the question when before that. So do you go becomes when do you go. When do you plus first form of verb. What is the meaning? You want to know when someone does something. When do you? I want to know the time. You can think about other questions like when do you reach your office? Got it? Do you reach your office at 9 a.m.? Do you reach your office at 9 a.m.? Then you want to know, that is an yes or no question. Okay, you can say either yes, I reach my office at 9 a.m. no, or I don't reach my office. Do you reach your office is a question. Now you can put when before do you. Do you reach your office at 9 a.m.? That is a question. Do you reach? I want to know the time when my friend reaches his office every single working day. So you can say, do you reach? You can put when do you reach? When do you reach? So when do you go and when do you reach? Next one, where do you go? Please look at the screen and read along with me. Please be committed 100%. I am going to offer you a complete English grammar course here. Not only English grammar, this channel will be covering the entire spoken English course. You can be sure you are at the right place. Okay, so where do you go? So do you go is a question. I want to know whether someone goes to his office every day. Where do you go? Okay, I can ask someone. Okay, I can ask someone. See, I see you going somewhere at 9 a.m. in the morning every day. I see you going somewhere at 9 a.m. in the morning every day. So what does it mean? I see someone going to some place at 9 a.m. I see this every day. I see this is his habit. This is a repetitive action. So one fine day, I ask him, I see you going somewhere at 9 a.m. every day. I am seeing this for the last 2 weeks. Where do you go? I want to know the place where he goes every day. I think he is going to one particular place every day. Then you can ask, where do you go? So do you go? You put where before that. Do you go is a question. So what do? You just put a word before that. Where do you go? Got it? Do you wait for him every day? Do you wait for him every day after office? That whether you have a habit of waiting for him. Where do you wait? I want to know the exact place where he waits for his friend. So where do you go and where do you wait? You can give me a suggestion. Sometimes I may talk a little fast whenever I am training, giving some training. Whenever I am offering training, sometimes I have a habit of speaking very fast. So if you want me to slow down, please give me a suggestion, give me a feedback. I am open to positive as well as negative feedback. Please give me feedback on that. Okay. How do you go? I want to know whether he goes by bus or by car, etc. How do you go? The means. What do you do? What do you do at the office? He is going to office every day. I want to know what he does there every day. This question might be confusing. What are you doing is a different question. What do you do and what are you doing? Is there any difference? Yes, there is a difference. What are you doing means what are you doing right now? The activity you are engaged in, what you are doing right now, you can ask what are you doing? So what do you do? What's the difference? What do you do means what? This has different meanings. What do you do at the office means, what does it mean? What do you do at the office? What he does at the office every day. I want to know what he does at the office every day, every single day. Got it? What do you do has another meaning like, what do you do? You meet a stranger, you ask his name and you can say, what is your name? He gives his name. What do you do? That means his profession, his job. Okay, what do you do? That means your job. Okay, here we are talking about what do you do at the office every day. Whom do you meet? My friend told me that he meets someone every day at the office. I want to know whom, the person. Which person do you meet or whom do you meet? Okay, so if you have any doubts regarding this, please feel free to ask. I am repeating this again and again because I like to make this as interactive as possible. I treat you as my students, so I want to make sure every viewer who watches this class needs to understand this completely. Got it? So please feel free to ask your doubts here. How much time do you spend there? He goes to office every day. I don't know how much time he spends. Maybe from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I have a doubt regarding that. So I ask him, how much time do you spend there? You can start with how much time to know the duration of something. How much time do you wait for him after office? My friend has a habit of waiting for someone else after office. So I asked him, do you wait for him? He told me yes. How much time do you wait for him? Do you spend some time there? Yes. How much time do you spend there? Do you watch TV? Yes, I watch TV. How much time do you watch TV? The duration. Got it? Why do you go and why don't you go? This is a very important question. So, do you go means whether when someone has a habit of going to office every day. Why do you go? My friend told me he goes to office on Sundays also. Sunday is usually holiday. I know that he tells me that he goes to office on Sundays. I'm asking why? Why do you do that? Got it? Do you go? You put do you go? That's the question. Why you put before that. Then it's easier to learn why do you go. Do you go becomes why do you go. I want to know the reason why someone does something. Why do you go to office on Sundays? Sunday is a holiday, right? Then why do you go to office on Sundays? That means I want to know the reason. If you want to know the reason why someone does something in a repetitive manner or in a repeated manner or on a regular basis or as a habitual action, you can ask this. Why do you go to office on Sundays? That means not only this Sunday, every Sunday. Why do you have a habit of going to office on a Sunday? Why do you do that? The reason. Okay. Yeah. Why don't you go? This is another question. My friend told me that, okay, I don't go to office nowadays. Okay, I am on leave and I don't go to office nowadays. I am on a leave right now. So I ask him, why don't you go to work? Why don't you go to office? That's your only earning, right? Why are you taking a leave? Is there any specific reason or are you lazy? So I am asking him, why don't you go? Why don't you plus first form of verb means I want to know why someone doesn't do something every day. Okay, so why do you go? That's a positive question. Why do you do? I want to know the reason. Why don't you? That is a negative question. Got it? Why do you come late to office? Why do you come late to the office every day? My friend comes to office very late for the last 2 weeks. I observe that it is his habit to become late. Not only today, every day. Got it? So I ask him, why do you come late to the office every day? You have a habit of coming late. Why? What is the reason? Why do you? Every single day. Okay. Why don't you come early? I can ask the same question in a different manner. Why don't you come early? Why do you come late? Got it? And why don't you come early? I want to know why he doesn't come early. So why do you come late and why don't you come early? So we'll look into some more examples here. Okay. When do you reach there? So we learned when do you go. Instead of that, we can ask someone, I want to know when my friend reaches his office every single day. So when, that time. Got it? Why do you come late to the office every day? This we have discussed right now, just a few moments before. I hope you understood the meaning there. Why do you come late? I want to know why he comes too late. I want to know the reason why he comes late to office every single day. Where do you wait for him? Where do you wait for him? My friend tells me he waits for another person, okay, at a place every day. At some specific place, at a particular place every day. I want to know the name of that place. Where do you wait for him? Do you wait for him? Yes, I wait for him. Where do you wait? I want to know the location. Got it? How much time do you watch TV? Got it? You ask with how much time to know the duration. How much time do you watch TV? So I hope today's class was clear to you. I hope it was very useful for you. If this training session was very useful for you, please give me a like for this video. It's quite inspiring for me to offer you such quality training sessions. If you think this training session is worth sharing with your friends or other people, kindly do it. It might be useful for them too. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I request you to subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss any upcoming training sessions. Do remember to click on the notification bell too. Okay, so that's all for today. Have a great time. I'll be back with the next training session soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.